Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Jalan Zobiani Tuan Gusti.
Saya Nifli dan Hasani.
Kami akan tugas percakapan bahasa Inggris. Yang pertama, preparing for university life.
It turned out we have officially graduated from high school, and it feels so surreal. And are you actually ready for college, or are you still in denial like I am?
Honestly, it's a chaotic mix of excitement and pure terror. One minute I'm pumped to meet new people, and next I'm wondering if I'll ever survive the first week.
Same here. I've started packing my stuff, but the more I pack, the more I realize I have no idea what I actually need. My suitcase in currently have filled with things I probably never use.
Just focus on the essentials first: reliable laptop, comfortable bedding, and some decent kitchenware. Trust me, you don't want to be that person eating cereal out of a coffee mug because you forgot polish.
That's a fair point, but do you really think we manage the workload? I've heard from some senior that is a massive jump from high school, but in terms of difficulty and volume.
It definitely is. We won't have teachers cursing us for assessment anymore. Well, need to master time management pretty quickly if we want to have any social life at all.
I'm mostly worried about the adulting part. To be honest, doing my own laundry regularly and budget my money so I don't go broke my the second week of the month so exhausting.
Tell me about it. No more home cooked meals waiting for us every day. We'll have to decide what to eat for every single meal, which sound like a lot of this decision fatigue.
Have you looked into your course syllabus yet? I opened mine yesterday and felt a bit overwhelmed.
Briefly, but I closed it almost immediately. The reading looks like incredibly intimidating, and some of the textbooks are practically the size of bricks.
We shall probably find some student societies or clubs to join as soon as we get there so we don't just stay in our rooms all day. It's better to bash than lonely.
Good idea. I'm seriously thinking of joining the badminton club UKM. It'll it be a great way to stay fit and de-stress after classes.
That sounds cool. I might look for something related to music, maybe a band or an acoustic community just to keep my hobby alive.
Have you sorted out your student ID and the final registration yet? I hear the portal has been lagging lately because everyone is trying to log it in at once.
Almost done. I filled out all the form. I just need to upload a proper photo then do it look like a mugshot.
Make sure it's a good and one and that you actually like it. Remember, you're stuck with that photo on your ID for the next 4 years.
True. I'll try to find a decent background. By the way, Are you staying in the dorm or did you decide on the boarding house?
I'm going for a boarding house. I think I'll appreciate the extra privacy and the fact that I don't have to share a bedroom with 10 other people.
Oh yeah, me too. I think having my own space will help me focus better when I need to study late at night.
Hey, what if we help each other look for boarding houses? Since we're going to be in the some area, we could compare prices and facilities.
Deal. Let's look out for us out there. If you see a place that looks decent and is close to the campus, just let me know and I'll do the same for you.
Okay, then it's planned to pairs of years and definitely better than one win when it comes to finding a good.
I've actually actually already sorted one potential building house, checked the campus map and found my faculty building. It's starting to feel real now.
It's a good start. See, we're already making progress. We've got this even if we're a little nervous.
I hope so. Curse to a new chapter and all the adventure that come with it. 2. The portfolio print behind the scenes. How is your portfolio coming along? Since we are taking the same study program, I figure we are probably facing the same struggles right now.
Honestly, it has been incredibly tiring to put this portfolio together. I didn't realize how much mental energy it will take to reflect on every single piece of work I've done.
I feel you. I spent 6 hours yesterday just trying to curate my best work, and I still will. Like it barely sacred the surface. It's so hard to be objective about your own stuff.
Tell me about it. I've been revising the some project for 3 days straight because I keep finding small details that don't look quite right to me.
Will quality over quantity, right? The administration but more want to see your creative process and how you handle challenge, not just 100 finished clicks.
That's the hard part, though, trying to show the why behind the editing decisions, and my creative voice is so stressful. It's like I have to justify every single cut I make.
I get that. By the way, did you include those subtitles in your portfolio video? I remember you mentioned you were working on the really fast-paced sequence.
I did, but I had to re-edit almost everything to make it looks professional and ensure the timing was perfect with the audio. It took forever to get the font and placement just right.
Our portfolio is all about sport video, so everything has to be clear. If the audience can follow the action because the caption are messy, we're in trouble.
Exactly, and don't even get me started on the file size limits for the upload portal. I spent half the mornings trying to figure out why my export was so hard.
Oh, I had that. I spent over an hour compressing PDF and video file, trying to find that sweet spot where I'm under the limit without losing on the visual quality.
It really feels like they're testing our patience and technical troubleshooting skills before they even bother. to test our actual creative skills.
Definitely. Oh, have you entered the details of any match or tournament you have participated in? I think that real world experience count for a lot.
Yeah, I put all of it. I tried to highlight the specific maths where I had to film under pressure, hoping it shows I can handle a live environment.
That's smart. Just remember to be authentic in your personal statement. Mention your interest in social dynamics or your specific creative philosophy so they get a sense of who you are.
I'll try, but writing about myself is the worst. I just keep staring at a blank screen and a blinking cursor for 20 minutes at a time.
Try making a min map first to branch out your idea. This really helped me organize my thoughts into something that actually resembles a coherent narrative.
That's a good tip. I might try that tonight. Have you asked anyone to proofread your description or check your flow yet?
My older brother checks it, but was way too harsh. Practically tore my introductory paragraph to shirt, which was a bit of a blow to my confidence.
Honestly, sometimes harsh feedback is exactly what we need before the real deadline hits. It's better he finds the flaws now than the admission officer later.
True, I saw them him eventually. Anyway, when is the final mentioned that okay, I've lost track of the day.
It is Friday at midnight. I'm already mentally preparing myself because I know I'm going to be piling in all night to call the rendering done.
Just don't forget to drink plenty of water and take short breaks. Your brain needs a rest or you start making silly mistakes in your final export.
I'll try my best to stay hydrated. I just know that once I finally hit that submit button, I'm going to sleep for 24 hours straight and not look at a computer for a week.
Good luck, man. Your rock is solid and your ace for guitar is great. You're definitely impressed the crowd with what you feel put together.
Thanks, I really hope so. Let's just get through this week in one piece. Number three, navigating rejection from a dream and university.
Hey, I saw the notification for the selection result came out today. How did it feel? My heart was pounding just looking at the lucky screen.
I didn't get in. I didn't pass. Saying the red rejection text one on screen felt like a physical punch to the gut.
We turned out be the same. I didn't get away either. I stared at the screen for the minutes, hoping the text was somehow can change. I refreshed it.
It hurts so much. I feel like all my hard work over the past few years, all those late nights studying, was just for nothing.
It's okay to feel upset and let it all out. It's how flow when you see your head and your future plan on one specific place for so long.
It feels like everyone else is posting their congratulation screens and celebration stories. I'm happy for them, but it's hard not to compare.
Social media definitely makes this thing feel worse than it is. Maybe it's a good idea to stay Instagram and TikTok for a few days to protect your peace.
That's probably if I was moved, I just feel so lost because I don't even know what my plan B is anymore. My mind is just a complete blank.
Just remember, rejection from one school is reflection of your worth or your potential as a student. One community decision does define who you are.
I know that logically, but it's hard to believe it's right now. It feels like a dead end, and I'm just standing there with no here to go.
It's not a dead end. I promise. It's just a detour. Many of the most successful people we know didn't actually get into their first choice university.
I guess you're right. I still have offers from my backup school sitting in my inbox, but they just don't feel the same as my dream campus.
Give yourself some time to mourn the dream you had for that specific school. Then look at the other option with fresh eyes when the sadness is so heavy.
You honestly think those other schools could actually be a good fit for us in the long run?
Honestly, yes. Sometimes the vibe of the of a summer campus or different environment is actually better for personal growth and finding your own voice.
Maybe we were rejected because the study program we applied for had thousands of people interested in it, making the competition near impossible.
I think so, and when the quota is that limited, it often comes down to the nice margin rather than like of skill on our part.
After this, if been thinking that maybe I want to try for a second officer college. The career path after graduation is much more secure there.
That's solid plan. As for me, I must try the independent route or Mandiri with the same campus just to give it one last shot before moving on.
We have to keep the spirit up, my friend. We can let this one moment stop us from moving forward.
Yeah, you too. We've been through a lot already, and we're not going to let this be the thing that breaks our ambition.
You're right, our future is still very long, and this is just one chapter in a much bigger book.
This is just the beginning of the story. It's the part of the story where the hero has to find another way to reach their goal.
And the most important thing is that we keep trying, keep working, and keep trying for the best part of open up for us.
Exactly. Onward and upward. Let's take a day to rest, and then we start planning our next move. For external pressure in selection a study program. Have you finally touched on the study program for your enrollment? I know you've been weighing your option for a few weeks now.
Honestly, I'm still torn. My heart says econ, sports science, but my parents are really pushing for PKSD, elementary school teacher education.
That's tough spot to be in, but it's a common dilemma. It's the classic passion versus stability debate that almost every student faces.
They keep talking about the job market and future proofing my career, saying that teachers have more guaranteed placement and a clear path.
I'm sure they mean well and want you to be secure, but you're the one who has to attend the lecture and study the material for 4 years.
Exactly, I don't want to wake up every morning for the next 4 years, hating my classes because I'm studying something I'm not genuinely interested in.
Have you tried explaining your long-term perspective and your passion for sport science to them?
I tried to bring it up a few times, but they think I'm being unrealistic, and that a hobby in sport shouldn't necessarily be my main career path.
Maybe you could find a middle ground to satisfy both sides, like a physical education teacher program (PCKR), which combines education and sport.
I thought about that, but unfortunately, that specific study program does not exist on this campus, so I have to course an order.
If you stick with your choice, it's important to show them concrete plan and prove that your chosen field also has a viable career path.
But again, I'm a pretty orderly and disciplined person, so I feel like I could adapt and be fine even if I cost the major my parents want.
That's a very mature way to look at it. They just want peace of mind of knowing you will be financially and professionally okay after graduation.
I also feel a lot of pressure from my peers. It feels like everyone in our circle is aiming for high prestige degrees like medicine or law.
Don't let the idea of prestige dictate your life choice. Those files are incredibly demanding and they definitely are for everyone.
Very true. I'd be a terrible doctor anyway. I can even stand the sight of pulp without feeling like a headache.
See, you have to be honest about your own strength and limitation before you commit to a lifelong career.
My parents also think I should go into education because many of my brother are teachers too, and they see it as a family tradition that works.
You should take a weekend to just think be yourself in silence. No parent giving advice on friend and definitely no social media comparison.
I think I'll do exactly that. I need to clear my head and figure out what I actually want for myself versus what other want for me.
At the end of the day, is your life, your danger, and your future career. You are the one who has to live it.
Thanks. I really need to hear that today. I've been so worried about disappointing everyone that I forgot to check in with myself.
You can please everyone all the time, so you might will make sure you're happy with the path you're working on.
Those are always what I'm going to have a calm but very serious talk with my family tonight and see if we can reach an understanding.
Good luck with that. Stand your ground, but remember to do it politely so they actually listen to you.
Okay, my friend, thanks you for listening. I feel a lot more preparing to face them now. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.